Hey guys, gonna make another video here. Having issues getting the bearings out of the front wheel. So I looked it up online. Guy made a custom or a homemade tool, basically taking a socket and putting these notches, cutting these notches down into it. So I'm gonna try that. I've actually got this is a heavy wall 1 1/8. I think what he said to use was 1 1/4 inch, but this particular socket fits dead on. So I'm gonna take and mark the outside here, then take a grinding wheel, and kind of what it's gonna end up looking like is something similar to this one that I made several years ago. So it's kind of the same thing. You just cut down, make your little notches that will fit inside these grooves like this. So I'll cut back here in just a little bit when I get this made. All right guys, started cutting this out. I'm gonna go now around this edges with my die grinder, clean all this out, and then I'll work on getting these little pieces about the size of that one. I gotta take some off of these and make sure it fits in there right. So cut back here when I get this made. All right guys, got the tool made here. Show it here. So basically what I did, marked those spots, and then took it to use my die grinder, cut next to the grooves, and then I ended up using a bench top grinding wheel to get the bulk of the stuff out of the middle. And then I went back with the die grinder to clean everything up and to get them to where they would fit down inside of here. So kind of try to do this with one hand here. So how well you guys can see that, but fits right down in there. Try to hold some pressure on it here. And there it is. So yeah, that didn't come out the greatest, but I'm not sure what all that crap is. But anyway, it is out. So hopefully now maybe I can get this bearing to come out. So, and then hopefully all this crap will go back in. Yeah, it actually is going to. So we'll continue on. Again, I really just wanted to make this video on how you can make this tool yourself instead of buying one, or if you're in a pinch or in a hurry, this works. So again, this is 1 1/8 inch. It's a heavy wall socket. I went with that just because it gave me the most to mess with, or metal material wise. And then you guys can see this just sits up there just like that, locks into place just like that. So worked good. Anyway, anybody has any questions on this, feel free to ask. I'm going to continue on. All right guys, having a hell of a time trying to get these bearings out. Really trying to get these out before I clean this all up and paint it, because I don't want to scuff anything up. I'm trying to get these out, but again, yeah, they're not wanting to come out. So my issue is down here in the center. It's so tight I can't get my puller to open up behind the bearing to pop it out. I've actually got one of these that I've ground the edges down and made it thinner. That would slip in a bearing, but I don't have it here in the garage, so I may have to put this off, or I might try. Another guy took a bolt, split it, drove a screwdriver into it, and kind of made a wedge, drove them out. It's a guy that I found found a link online. He's the one that showed how to build this. So yeah, I'll put that down in the description on this as well. So, but yeah, I'm not having the greatest luck getting this out, so I'm gonna keep trying. Again, I really wanted to get these out today. Both sets of wheel bearings out, so I can clean these wheels up, get them painted. Again, I want to pull this tire off, so I got the new tire on. That way I'm not scratching crap up, trying to put tires on and whatnot. So I'm gonna keep at this, see what I can come up with. So I got them out. It worked basically. This is a 3/4 inch bolt. This is probably too long. I think the guy says like 6 inches, but I had this here again in my garage, so that's what I used. But basically I drove this in, then took this small screwdriver, drove it in here into this slit until I got tight on the bearing on this side, the one that's got the little threaded piece. And then I was able to drive that out, and then I flipped it over, and this is actually just a little bigger. I'm not sure what size this bolt is. I know online it says 3/4, but whatever, the inside diameter is what you want to get. But this one ended up being just a little bit thicker, so that's why it's all ground down in here. But flipped it around, used it to drive out the other side, knocked the bearing off, and they're out. So now I'm going to start the process of cleaning this up, get the bearings put in it, and then hopefully I will still get this painted today, but we'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to piece this on. I'm probably not going to make this its own home video. I'll probably just throw this on the part of the wheel bearing to the end of it or something. But I kind of wanted to go over something that I've found to be really, really useful. This is a tire bar that I've used and had for quite a while, and it works well, but it's a little bit big on motorcycle tires or any small, whether it's go-karts, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, whatever. These little bars, and I'll post a link down in the description as well to these, but absolutely love these. They're thin enough, but yet they're strong enough they'll get in behind the bead. So, if you're working around the tire, you can get these in a lot easier than your typical bars. I've got some bigger ones over there I don't even use anymore that are more for cars, trucks, that type of thing, but really, really do like these. I will probably actually end up getting another one of these. And honestly, I don't know that I'll use this one anymore. This one works really good. I like this one on cars, but for some of these smaller, narrower type rims like this one, I think this is probably maybe 2.5, 3 inches, something like that. These work awesome. So I kind of wanted to throw that out there again. I'll put this link to it. I don't know if it'll focus. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus. Yeah, tried. Anyway, it's a Kin Tool 32116, I think T16 or something like that. Again, I don't know. There we go. I think it focused there. So again, I'll throw a link to these, but really wanted to just put that out there. I love them. They make this a lot easier than it sometimes can be. So anyway, where I'm at right now, I got this tire off. I got to clean all this out, get everything cleaned up. I actually put some air back in the tube. This tire actually had a leak, but then when I started taking it apart, the valve stem, it looks to me like somebody put a new your stem piece inside, and I don't think they got it tight. I've had air in this for a while now. I can't find any leaks on it whatsoever, so I'm thinking it's good. I think they just screwed up and didn't get this tight, or maybe they did and it loosened up over time or something. But so I'm gonna put this tube back in and get this tire mounted, and then we'll clean everything up, and hopefully I'll finally be able to paint these. All right, guys, there's color of the wheels. End up doing the whole wheel in that burnt copper. We're gonna see how this works. I'm hoping I didn't screw up by painting it with the tire on and not taping everything off, but I watched several videos online where guys were taking like alcohol or different things to clean it off. So we'll see. I'm only gonna do this front one. And then if it doesn't work, then I will be spending a lot of time cleaning this tire up. If it does work, awesome. I'll go ahead and try it on the back one as well, but really never painted rims, so, or not like this anyway. So we'll see how this all goes. Again, I wanted to do it on the wheel so I wasn't scratching the rim all up and everything else trying to put the freaking tires on. So we'll see how this goes, but that's what the wheel looks like. Again, I got the bearings out of this one. Wasn't too bad. And then I ran into issues on the back one. Same type of thing. It's a different tool. You have to use here to get this collar off. So we'll see how that all goes. I started cleaning this wheel all up. Well, you guys can see that, but Got a little more cleaning to do on it, and hopefully the tool will be here before too long, so I can get these bearings yanked out and get these painted as well. The bike is now finished. Everything is blacked out on it. The next step will actually be adding some of that copper color to like the side covers and some small things. So yeah, that's kind of where it's at. I've got all the parts kind of lined out up here. I've got some more parts on the shelf over there. I've got the centerpiece coming. I won't be using this one, so got that piece coming. Then I'll be able to start working on the body, the bow tank, and fenders, getting them all prepped, primed, and ready. Next, I'll also be starting to work on these forks, see if I can get them rebuilt. I've got those down there. I've got the neck to clean up, as well as the top triple tree clamp, getting all that crap cleaned, primed, and it'll also be that orange color, and we'll be pretty close. I think after that, once I get the forks done and get some of this painting done on the bottom piece, we'll be really, really close to putting this thing back together. So we'll see. The other thing I do have, I'm not going to end up using these carbs. I've actually got, what is it, a 4-to-1 manifold that's coming. So that'll go on there, and just reuse these rubber boots that are on it. I'll probably paint those to match that copper color, so the intake manifold. So all right guys, back working on the GL1000. I've got the front wheel painted here. This side actually turned out pretty decent. Really, there's a couple spots I may kind of touch up, but for the most part, this side turned out really, really nice. This side here's got a couple imperfections, nothing major, nothing I can't probably live without, or you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I may just clean this all up. Honestly, by the time you put your brake, your disc brakes, rotors, all back on this and get it in the bike, you're probably never going to notice some of these spots, but you can see right in here. So I may kind of clean this up and put another coat over the top of it and see what that does. But for the most part, it didn't turn out too bad. So what I'm doing now, because I couldn't tape this tire worth of crap, I'm trying to tape the line. So basically what I'm using now is some carb cleaner and a rag, and you can see here where I've already started. I think the other side there were some spots where I've already done too. So basically just putting it on the rag and then wiping this off. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this tire, get it clean, and then I'll make the decision on what I end up doing here with put another coat on it or what. All right guys, there's a little bit of time of clearing the paint off. So got most of it. There's a little bit I still got to work on, but for the most part, it comes off fairly decent. Here's a good comparison of how it looked before I started cleaning on the tire. But there's a few things down in some of these cracks on the actual tire, but I think with a brush, nylon brush, I can get some of that out. So, but anyway, that's the front wheel. Again, I'm gonna clean it up, look at it. I may put one more coat. I'm gonna try some different stuff, because honestly, cleaning this tire wasn't that bad, but it's more time wasted. Anybody out there that you get paint on your tire, carb cleaner. This is just a cheap brand, and a rag, and you're good to go. So wasn't that bad. I probably been working on this maybe 10 minutes, so not that big a deal. But again, I'm gonna let this dry a little more, take a nice clean rag, clean it up, and just kind of see how it's gonna look once it's kind of clean and polished a little bit, and we'll go from there. Again, I'm gonna flip it over to the other side, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm probably gonna put this all together with the wheel bearing, everything on this video. I have not got the rear bearing out yet. I've got a tool coming. I probably could have made one, but at that point, hell, I wasted half a day building tools to get the front one out, and then got to the back one, and I need a special tool to get that one out as well. So I'm gonna kind of leave it at that. I've got the tools coming. When I get this one pulled apart, hopefully maybe I'll have a different way to paint this. I can tape that tire up so I'm not wasting more time. And once I get the tires done, I'm gonna try to get the triple tree, forks, all that stuff done this week. And kind of my end goal is to have the bike back on its wheels and where it'll roll around. And then I can kind of finish up all the finishing little touches, getting the headlight, all that stuff done. Basically, I want to get the whole bike put together, minus maybe some throttle cables and some stuff like that. I want everything to fit perfect on the bars, clean up the controls, and then I'll be working on the fenders and the actual tank part of it, getting that all right. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Love if you guys smash that subscribe button. Thanks again.